But most importantly, 100 days under Donald Trump's leadership marks the beginning of the industrial renaissance in the United States of America. I believe that a golden age of American manufacturing started 100 days ago, and we're building it right here at Nucor Steel in South Carolina. And I want to celebrate everybody here. I want to celebrate the work you do. I want to celebrate the investments this business has made in the United States of America. I want to celebrate the incredible things you build for the United States. And it's funny, I got a great plant tour here, and I went to a couple of different places, and one of which they said, you know, if things start to go wrong, press the red button. And I looked over at John, and I looked at Seth, who was giving me the tour, and I said, man, I'm going to cost you guys a lot of money if the vice president comes here and screws up and doesn't press the red button when he's supposed to. And you know what the leadership of this facility told me? They said, you know what, even if the vice president screws up a little bit and costs us some money, we're going to make so much money from Donald Trump's golden age of American manufacturing that you guys will end up ahead in the bargain. And I thought, that's not too bad. Now, a lot of you may know this is a particular meaningful stop for me as Vice President of the United States. I've actually never had a tour of a steel mill, even though my grandfather, the man who raised me, worked in the steel industry. He was, for 40 years, a welder at Armco Steel in Middletown, Ohio. Now, he was part of the Appalachian wave of migration, people who came from West Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, and East Tennessee to the rapidly growing industrial towns, which had factory jobs that promised three things for their workers: generous wages, stable hours, and a good pension. Now, in the wake of both world wars, millions of Americans traveled to towns like Middletown, Ohio, in search of the same, hoping they'd be fortunate enough to score such a role, such a good job. Now, my papaw, he was not a proud man, but he would beam when he'd talk about his work at the local Armco mill. I remember that. Driving around with Papaw, he could name the make and model of every single car made with Armco steel. I remember that as a little boy, how much pride he had in what he did. And having met a few workers here at Nucor, I hope you all feel the exact same pride in the steel you produce and in the products that come out of it. When you see bridges you drive over, or the foundations of the buildings that our families live and work in, when you see a lawnmower, a water heater, a kitchen appliance in your neighbor's homes or in your home, I hope every single one of you, you guys and you guys in front of me, feel a sense of pride, however small, because these are the products that actually make America work. These are the products that make our citizens' lives better. And I hope you feel not just pride in the work that you do, I hope you feel a little patriotic too. Because this is America's national heritage. It's making things. From Alexander Hamilton to Henry Clay, from Ford's auto workers to the steel workers here this very afternoon, America has always been a nation that builds. The Empire State Building, the Hoover Dam, the Saturn V, every single one of those great accomplishments were impossible without the might of American industry and, yes, the hard work of American steelworkers. But let's be honest, for a couple decades, though, our leaders forgot about that core part of American national identity. They decided that America would no longer be a manufacturing power.